Bear is a friendly diesel engine who came to the island after being on trial. He came with a diesel whose number was 199. Bear had been at the works and was glad to finally get back to work. When he arrived at the big station to see what he had to do, he had quite the surprise. 199?
The name's Ronald, 7101.
Well, my name is Bear, Ronald.
Huh. Nice to meet you then, Bear.
What are you even doing here? Ronald told Bear all about how he became trusted by everyone again. Well, I know who to trust, and it's not you. And Bear roared away. He had another surprise when he arrived at the sheds. Bowler, 261? It's Regaby to you, Bear. Stop calling me that silly name. What's going on here? First 199 and now you? Whatever is happening? Regaby then told Bear about how he became trusted by everyone again. How? What? And everyone was that forgiving? Yes, it seems you won't. No! You all are horrid! I know your true colors. What's all this? Sir Topham Hatt walked sternly up. Ah, I see now. Bear, while you were in the works, I purchased both 199 and 261, after fear of them being scrapped. They are very grateful about their new look on life, and have proved to me that they are just as useful as you and the others. Humph, not to prove to me that they are useful. And that was that. Bear, Ronald, and Regaby did a lot of the same jobs, and sometimes double-headed their trains. While Bear saw a change in attitude in their work, he still wasn't very convinced. All until one rainy day. Bear was set to pull the express, as Ronald and Regaby had been called to do goods work. I hate the rain. It always seems to be trouble. Quite right. How full is the express today? Probably the fullest we could get it. You'll need help up Gordon's Hill. That train looks too heavy for one engine to do it themselves. You're right. I just hope it isn't those two shabby diesels. Who on earth are you talking about? 199 and Ronald and Regaby. Why were you all so forgiving? You know what they said about you. Engines deserve a second chance, Bear. You of all engines would know that. Quite right. From what we heard, the mainland isn't the same anymore. It's... I won't be acting silly like you lot. I know the trouble they put me through, so it will be a big day on Sodor when I do forgive them. Finally, the guard's whistle blew, and Bear growled out of the station, hauling the heavy train. As they went along the journey, the damp rails were giving Bear trouble, and the rain poured into his face, which made it very hard to see. As Bear passed Wellsworth, Ronald and Regaby tried to say hello, but with Bear's disdain for them and his engine making lots of noise, he went on. Soon enough, Bear came to Gordon's Hill. The train was heavy, so his wheels slipped on the wet rails, which soon enough made him come to a standstill. His driver checked him out. Well, Bear, I'm afraid to say this, but we're stuck. We'll need some help. But who will help us? Surely not one engine can help push me up. I'm aware. I'll phone the station master and see what he can do. Back at Wellsworth, the station master came to see Ronald and Regaby. Bear's stuck on the hill. It'll require 2 engines to help him get going again. Do you think you can do it? We'll try. Soon, the 2 diesels came to the scene. Regaby positioned from behind the heavy train, and Ronald went up to see what he needed to do. Oh, great. They sent a failure of a diesel to help.
You won't like that Regaby is at the back ready to push. I'll go in front to help pull.
Bear just scoffed. Ronald switched lines, coupled up, and the 2 diesels hung to Regaby that they were ready. Soon, all 3 began to move. Or so it seemed.
to help too.
And why should I? You seem to know everything.
Bear, if we don't get this train over the hill, the passengers won't get home. What will they do then?
Oh dear, I completely forgot about them. With that, Bear's engine roared to life, and the train began to move a bit faster. Then more, until the whole train crested down the other side. They soon arrived at the first station after the hill, where Ronald and Regaby could move off the train. As they went into a siding, the passengers stuck their heads out the windows and cheered. 3 cheers for Ronald and Regaby! As Ronald passed by Bear, he could see that he had a smile on him. Ronald hoped it meant something good. When they got back to the shed that night, Bear spoke softly to Ronald. I'm sorry, Ronald. I can't see you have changed. You weren't thinking of yourselves. While hauling that heavy train, you thought about the passengers, which is what a really useful engine does.
Thank you, Bear, and I'm sorry for what I said during our days on the other railway. I hear you're an enterprising engine.
The two laughed and talked a while more before going to sleep. Now Ronald, Regaby, and Bear are all great friends. They work together with no fuss, and Bear is glad that he accepted the 2 Diesels back into his life.